Taurus. This is your weekly reading for May 26th onwards. I'm just having my cup of tea so I don't lose my voice. I've done lots of readings today. Just a reminder that this is for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars. And you can have private readings with me. I do private readings. They're available from my website, which is in the description, kirsteniverts.com. So, Taurus, we're not having any jumping yet. We're going to take a look into the background of what's going on this week to begin with. So we are starting with our what's hidden from you that you really could do with seeing and being aware of. So what's hidden this week from Taurus, please? The need to play. Things need to be a bit more fun, Taurus. If you've found that things have been a bit heavy lately, it's time to lighten up. We have this new moon, 26th, 27th, depending on where you are in the world, and it's in Gemini. And Gemini is the child. You know, Gemini is youthful and the Peter Pan energy. So it's time to find where you can lighten up in life and just play. And what does Taurus not see coming this week? We've got two cards here. Awakening. Wow. So, awakening and acceptance. Something's awakening in you. This could be a big spiritual kundalini awakening. Look at all those chakras lit up. Or it could just be the awakening in any way. It could be like you've just suddenly get this newfound energy or strength or new inspiration, but there's some sort of awakening happening. It might be a little bit scary. If it's a big kundalini awakening, they can be scary. You know, they are life-changing, but you're being asked to accept it. It's not something scary, really. It's just that when something so big and fresh and new happens in your life that you've never had before or experienced before, it can seem daunting. So you're being asked to just accept what's going on and go with the flow. And what is the message this week from Spirit for, I'm going with that one, for Taurus? What is the message from Spirit for Taurus this week, please? Structure. With what you've already got out there, this could be a dismantling of structures. Okay, this might be you're being asked to dismantle what you've known and rebuild. It could also be just to structure your life a little bit more. Where are you lacking some structure at the moment? Where do you need to really think about building some boundaries, perhaps, with other people? Don't forget to be playful. Don't make it all too serious, Taurus. Just keep that playful, joyful energy going on. But for some of you, this is to do with that awakening, and it's saying there is going to be a restructuring and you need to accept it, because in a way it's taken out of your hands and the universe is working in such a way that it's taking you out of one way of being or one way of living into a fresh new start. But we will get more through the tarot on what all of those mean. So let's see, we're going to start off with your current energy, Taurus, for this week, and it's just the general energy. And we have the King of Pentacles, nice and Tyrian here. This king is sitting on his throne. He's made his wealth, he's made his abundance, he's very happy with his lot in life. He's very stable and strong and secure, and you know, that is the energy that you are looking to be in, and you may already be in. And, you know, this awakening may come out of the blue, because you might be feeling this way, like everything is fine and strong and stable, and suddenly something happens. But we will find out. So what's challenging Taurus's energy this week? Okay. I'm going to go with this one first. The Hermit. You may be feeling like you need to really stop and take a break and do some inner work, or just re-find your light. Perhaps you're feeling a little bit, what's the word? Just like a bit stale, like nothing's really been happening recently. And you feel like you've lost your light a little bit. You've lost your, and you've lost perhaps your understanding of who you are. And this can be the precursor of any sort of spiritual awakening. The Justice card is saying you will be treated fairly. So you are going to find the balance that you want, and it is leading you in the right direction. It's leading you towards your happiness, your sun, your joy, your victories. There could be something also for some of you here about some sort of legal thing going on to do with money. And you may need, it may be that it goes into the dark a little bit for a while, in that it suddenly goes quiet and you're not really sure what's going on, and you're just being reassured, accept it, reassured that things are going to work out for the best, okay? So if it is a legal proceeding, it will work out for the best, but it might just take a little bit of time. So what's the outcome of the current general energy for Taurus, please? What's the outcome of this current general energy for Taurus? Okay. You're going to be relieved of some burdens by the end of this. So some burdens, some responsibilities, you're going to be able to really step into that playful energy, because you're going to feel a lot lighter. This is a completion of something to do with what you've been carrying, probably for too long. You're nearly there. Hang in there. Keep going. Accept what you have to accept, and soon you'll be able to put these burdens down. And so if this is a court case or a legal battle, or something to do with signing legal documents, then it's nearly done. You're nearly there. Okay, so what should Taurus focus on this week, please? So this is the card of disappointments and loss. I think you're being asked to focus on where you need to let go. There are 2 cups behind him that you can't see, that side. 2 cups that you can't see that are full. There's something that you're focusing on that is actually over and done with. And these 2 cups are ready for you now. But you do have to go through any emotional, baggage to get there. You need to let go of the emotions. You need to cry. You need to shout and scream. Whatever it is you need to do, you need to let go of the emotions to see those cups. So it could even be, for some of you, I'm getting the King of Pentacles is earth energy. He is Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn energy. It could be that you're dealing with somebody who has a lot of that energy in their natal chart. And you're going through, it could even be a divorce, okay, or just some sort of legal battle with them that is going to come to a good conclusion, a good ending, and you're going to be able to let go of it. There might be, though, some feelings of loss or disappointment along the way to deal with, and that's what you're focusing on now, or you need to focus on now, letting go of them. What is the challenge to Taurus? What is the challenge of this focus to Taurus? What is the challenge of this focus? The challenge is to move on. The challenge is to see that there are calmer waters ahead. But you need to travel light. You don't want to take all those old ways of thinking with you, all that baggage with you. So the challenge is to see a way ahead, okay? To awaken to a different way, to a different structure, a new foundation in your life, a new start. There's always a way ahead. Even if things look bad, there's always a new way ahead. Usually things look bad because we're just holding on to stuff from the past. So what's the outcome of this focus? New start. Brilliant. And this is a new passionate, fiery start. This is a new adventure. Okay, so there is a new, this calmer shores you could be going towards is actually full of adventure. You know, so this is good. This is great. You're moving forward completely into a new start there. That could also be awakening. You could be moving forward into this awakening. You know, it's all that, both have got that fire energy, that kundalini coming up. So watch out for that. What's the challenge this week for Taurus? What's the main challenge for Taurus this week, please? Seven of Pentacles. I always think of this as you reap what you sow. So what seeds would you like to sow now? Make sure the seeds that you're sowing don't come from this feeling of loss and grief. So don't be focusing on this. Be focusing on this and this, okay? Be focusing on a new start, moving to somewhere different and calmer waters, and start using those thoughts to manifest the harvest that this card is showing. And that can be challenging when you're feeling all the feelings, you know? And don't skip feeling all the feelings, but do remember that you don't have to dwell in this forever. And what is this challenge evolving into, please, for Taurus? The Knight of Pentacles. This is great. That's a good evolution. So knights are all about action, but this knight is standing still because he is having a good look around him. He doesn't want to move too fast. He wants to really get his bearings and get a good idea of what the best way forward is. He goes really well with the structure card. You know, he wants to build a really solid, stable, secure foundation for his wealth and abundance. So he's having a good look around him. He's not rushing off to do anything too quickly. So you're looking to where you could plant your seeds, the ones that you want to grow, not the ones that you want to leave behind. Okay. Just one other thing, unless the page comes up of Pentacles, he could be also telling you that be patient, whatever's happening here. If this is about any sort of legal battle with a King of Pentacles, it could be that he's saying, don't worry, things are happening. They might just take a little bit of time. Okay? So you are moving forward, but be patient. So what's the outcome of this challenge for Taurus, please? What's the outcome? The Knight of Cups. So we've gone from a knight that stands still to a knight that wants to rush off following what he loves to do. He wants to go and find what it is that he needs to fill his cup, to, you know, to feel amazing and magnificent, and to feel the love in life and the joy and to nurture himself. So that's great. You've got that knight is going to move forward, and you know, he's next to this new beginning, a passionate new beginning. This could be a new love coming in that you've been looking for, or you're questing after a new love or a new type of love in your life. So let's see what the gift of this challenge is, please. Queen of Pentacles, interesting. So we've got the King and the Queen of Pentacles out. The Queen of Pentacles, again, earth energy. She is very much, she's made her own fortune. She is very creative. She feels very secure in her independence. That doesn't mean that you are not in a relationship. It just means that you're not a codependent in the relationship. If this was a breakup, for instance, this could be you coming out of it feeling you're safe, secure, independent, you know, that you've done okay, you're fine. So what is this gift evolving into for Taurus, please? Goodness, we've got things all over the place. Hang on. What is this gift evolving into for Taurus? Yeah. Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is about leaving old emotions, old relationships, old love affairs in the past. Letting them go. Because you know that you're done with it now. It's all over. It's finished. And you can move on to something new. And you might not know yet what that something new is. But it's time. It's your time to move on. So we've got two cards of moving on there. This awakening could be about a relationship. I mean, there's no deception here. But it could be that you've awoken to the fact that somebody might be playing around. Okay. There's no, as I say, there's no deception here, so who knows? But somebody might be playing around. This might be just for a few of you. And that brings you into this powerful awakening. You might have been sensing this, you know, but you're being asked to accept it. It's going to restructure your life, but for the better. Okay. And this is showing, if this is what I'm saying, I don't think it's a divorce. I think it's something from a relationship that hasn't been going very long, because it's happening very quickly through the week. You know, that you're coming into your own here. But there could be something along those lines for some of you. So what is the outcome? Oh my goodness. Okay. This is the card of deception. The outcome is, if this is a relationship, you might have been deceived. Somebody might have been lying, going behind your back. Or this might have been you. You know, you might be the one that's been playing around, having fun behind somebody's back. But whatever way, whether it's you or somebody else, it brings about an awakening that you need. If this isn't about that, it's about strategizing. So if this is about, I feel this is about relationships in some way, shape or form. It might even be a familial relationship. But even if there has been deception, you still would need to strategize anyway. You still need to think of a new way forward. And you are moving past the emotions, moving on from the emotions, so that you can get clear about what you want to do next and how you want to move forward next. So wow, Taurus, I'd love to know how this is how this is playing out in your life. And as I say, take what resonates, check the rest of your readings for your natal chart, for your sun, moon, rising, Venus and Mars. Get them all, because they will give you a more complete picture, and it will slant how this reading is moving for you and what it is about. We don't have loads of cups on the table, I do feel if it's a relationship, it isn't one that's been going very long, or it's been one that's been on and off anyway. You know, it's not like a top priority one if it's a romance. It could be a family one though, but it could also be work. It could be something to do with work and career. Anyway, let me know. I'd love to know. I want to know what's going on with you. I'm being nosy Gemini now. Right, well, thank you for being here. Remember to subscribe and like and do comment. And I will see you again soon.